This is part 2 of Menton, and I'm going to turn it around so you can see. You cannot already hear the beautiful waves crashing. Leisurely. So now we're going to walk along the. Hold on. And so this is walking along. I don't know if this is a promenade as much as it is. So just to get you to see what this looks like here, I guess Buddha is not open because Buddha is over there somewhere. And just to show you on the other side. And I'm not saying much because I want you to take it in and see it and experience it without me interrupting. So I'm going to be quiet and let you walk along this with me. I guess these are open so people could sit down. And have a little drink on the boardwalk or the promenade, because it's not a big enough, huge promenade, but it's still
J'ai le ministre qui a lâché il y a un mois et là il a enflammé la satire.
Get a room. Get a room. I'm still filming, but there's a menu. 25. That's not bad, Yuri. We just finished eating at a place that was vegan, and it was actually phenomenal. It's one of the, what is, again, if you looked at the last video, it was called the Red Robin.
Yeah.
And it was really delicious. I'm quite full to the point where I'm wobbling right now, but I can explore. I am hot. The sun is blazing.
I can see that the lifeguards on duty.
Maybe there's one somewhere else. And it's not a very big beachy area, right? Like if you can see, you're right here and then you're right there on the beach. So, but the water is beautiful and it's calm, and there's not as many people on here as there is in Nice. You'll see another one of my videos in a few, whenever I put that up, I'm going to be going over to Ville de France. And that's another beautiful area here along the French Riviera. And so, I mean, this is cute to sit here along. They have an empanada sandwich. So where is the restaurant? I'm assuming the restaurant's across the street. Yeah.
Oh.
You have to walk across the street and hope that the birds don't take your food on the way over. So all the time that I lived in Paris, people would say they were going to go to the south of France to vacation for a few. And I guess this is where they meant places like this. Not necessarily Nice, but a place like this. It's much more calm, a lot less tourists. They're still tourists. These two need to get a room. Every 5 minutes, every 20 steps,
Yeah.
they stop. I'm gonna stop here. Yeah, wait a minute. What happened?
Oh, no.
So, this is how long? This is 7 minutes long. Let me show. So this is really beautiful, very calm city. You have the mountains in the back, and every time we stop and we ask someone how they enjoy, I just stopped a few seconds ago before coming over this way, and I asked a woman, does she live here? She said yes, she's from here. She used to live in Paris, well, she's from Paris, and she moved here, and she really likes it. It's very peaceful, it's very calm, and when we stopped and we asked people if they lived in Nice or, whether it's here, would they move, or Antibes, would they move from there to go to Paris? And they're like, why would we when we have the beach and the Menton? And they have the mountains in the winter and they have the beach in the summer. And so to them, this is the life, calm life. We looked at the prices. We stopped and we looked at the prices. In Nice, the prices are going to be high. Here, the prices are a little bit less and more affordable in terms of homes, buying a home. And so this is an alternative if you want to live on the French Riviera. Though Menton everyone knew this place and people told us to go visit here. So it's fast becoming a known place, and I guess the alternative to Nice. And that's for vacation, but in terms of living, it'd be interesting to come back and visit during the off season. And I'm just going to show you this as well across. Look up there, the mountains. It is a beautiful, beautiful place. Look at this. I'm going to show you this. And so you're discovering, there's nothing for me to tell you here. There's nothing for me to, the history that you would have to Google or find somebody else who knows the history of this place. But I'm showing you real time discovering and seeing a place. And also after talking to the people who live here, what they think. The owner of the vegan restaurant, she's actually Italian, and the other one who worked there was from Croatia. She's been living here for 2 years, and she speaks the language fluently. They both do. This city right here, Menton, is actually the last city in France before you get to Italy. The next city on the train is Italy. So there's a lot of Italian influence here, and probably I don't know the statistics, I haven't spoken to most, but I would venture that a lot of people who live here are Italian as well. And so that's something to think about in terms of if you want to be in a city that has a metropolitan vibe, but it's not a huge city. This is something to think about going home. We're going to continue to walk along the boardwalk, I call it a boardwalk. Here's actually a boardwalk. But let's see what we have here. It's hot. It's very hot. The sun here and there's my husband over there. He's always the tourist, no matter where we go. And I can't knock that. That's amazing. And so here we're looking at, I don't want to leave him. Okay, there he is. And yeah, so I'm going to go a little bit towards this way so that you can see what this area here is like. I don't know if we're going to have to, if it connects. The toilets is over here. And the sun is really hot. The sun is very hot. And I didn't buy a bathing suit. It'd probably be easy, be careful, to have a bathing suit. But I am not a beach person. But that water does look very inviting. It's extremely enticing. And I know I'm going to be super crispy by the end of this trip here, this day here. And I don't mind that. It's getting my vitamin. You want to walk along the whole, just so that you can see this. Like, look at this. If you stuck around to the end of this, you're going to get rewarded. So this is gorgeous. And I wanted to end this video, take out my phone and shoot beautiful photos of this, but I'm going to stick around so that you can see what it looks like here. And I can imagine it being beautiful in the winter as well. So I love that you have this little, I don't know what you would call this, but and then you have this little gym out here you can work out. And over there, look, you have the mountain. It's a beautiful day. The skies are amazing. They're just as blue as the sea. And it's September, but it's still, and so it's not overcrowded. Today's a Wednesday, and so you don't have as many people here. You still have some of the people who are vacationing. I guess people after school, because it's 2:30. This is gorgeous. This is gorgeous. So you get to see a bit of, and there's not that many people in the water. But look at this. So it's a 15-minute video. I could go on a little bit longer, but I'm going to, if you can see up there in the mountains, if you could see way up there, you can see the ocean. And then you can see the beach, and the home is there, and back there you can see the trees and more mountains. It's very beautiful, very tranquille, very peaceful, très joli, très belle, magnifique. All of those words describe this area of the French Riviera right before you get into and you move to Italy. So thanks for coming along this little walk. And like I said, most of my walks are going to be walks of discovery, and I'll give you a little bit of nuggets here or there, my impression of the city, why I think it might be a city for you to consider moving. And one of the reasons is because it's smaller than Nice, less tourist, it's quieter, and it's closer to the Italian border. So if you want to come in and out, the negative is that it's really not close, so you would have to fly in to Nice, or maybe even into one of the Italian, I don't know, but definitely if you're going to fly into France, you would fly into Nice, and then it's about an hour, 45 minutes to an hour Uber or cab ride to come to this city, which is not far. I mean, if you go to Paris, it's about the same thing when you're flying to Charles de Gaulle, and if you have traffic, it can be really a lot. So this is not that bad, considering it. If also the other con is that if you don't want very calm and you want a little bit more busy, more things to do, then this may not be a city for you to be around 24/7, 365 days of the year. This may just be a summer spot for you. But I personally, out of the cities I visited Monaco, and I didn't, like I said, I didn't do a long video walk of Monaco. I liked Monaco a lot because I wasn't expecting what I expected. And I know me, I like less touristy place. I like places that are calm and beautiful. And so this to me is, if I had to rate it with 0 to 5 stars, this is a 5-star rating for me. I absolutely adore this little seaside city here in the south of France. And so until next time, let me turn it around so you can see how hot and sweaty I am, and you can see me standing by the seaside. So yes, you got a little dizzy with me, but here I am in the south of France, enjoying the last days of summer. So, à toutes les, au revoir, à bientôt.